Ah, that's an interesting question. What's the difference between me wanting to take it all and that being good and that being greedy? All right. I wouldn't say that's being greedy, actually, which a vast majority of pro traders are against. Rogers from Kenya. So, Rogers, thank you for this question. Good question. So, I think what Rogers is asking is, Oliver, explain to me what the difference is. When I take it all, is that good? And when is that bad or greedy? First of all, the desire to take it all is really fear. It is the opposite of greed. Greed is more, I want more. I want more. And the greed causes traders not to take when they should take because of the desire for more. They ask more than the stock is capable of delivering. That's greed. If your stock is capable of, on average, of delivering $1 per day, but you want $3, you're going to ruin the opportunity of $1 that your stock gives you every day because you're expecting it to do what it's incapable of doing, maybe once or twice a year, but not every day. So you're going to turn the very good thing of $1 volatility every day into a losing proposition for yourself because of your greed. Greed is the opposite of having this tendency of snatching at everything. Greed is more losing everything that you have because it's not enough. I want more. That's greed. So I think what you're talking about is fear. It's a very big difference. And this is a great problem that lies at the base of a lot of the loss in the markets. It is the fearing in profitable territory and experiencing hope in negative territory. You see, traders, this is backwards. But the vast majority of the world have the game backwards. That's why there's a 92% failure rate, right? What is having the game backwards? It is when you fear when things are working, but you experience hope when they're not working. Hope that it turns around. Hope that it stops going down. Hope that I stop losing money. Hope that a bounce happens. Hope that the bad times end. Hope is a dangerous thing in this case. You see, the fear should happen in negative territory, and the hope for more should happen when you're profitable. The hope that your gains continue. The hope that this is a big whale and not a little tiny guppy or a little fish. The hope that the trend continues. The hope that the momentum turns this into a small gain, into a medium-sized gain. The hope and the fear is misplaced with the loser. And so you have to watch what you feel in a trade. I used to journal every single trade, but I also journaled what I felt during the trade. Here I felt fearful. And I discovered this inverse relationship between fear and hope by actually documenting it. And I realized one day after going over a block of 20 trades, like, my God, all of my fear is when I'm winning. Does that make sense? Like, why am I not fearing? If I feared when I was in negative territory, these things would stay small, right? But if I hoped more in profitable territory, my small gains would go to medium and big size gains most of the time. And so we got to turn that around. But how can you turn it around if you're not aware of these things? You see, our greatest problems, they come from the problems that we're not aware of, the thieves in the night that are not seen cause the greatest problem. And I've used this metaphor many times with my traders. Like, think about this, guys. A thief, which in trading is a demon, a bad habit, an idiosyncrasy that is negative, a tendency that leads more to loss than win. These things are your thieves in the night. And a thief in your house at night is the most dangerous when you're asleep and not aware of the thief. He does the most damage when you're asleep. He does the most damage when you don't know he is there, right? But if you were to wake up and turn the light on, what does this thief do? Freeze. So that light, that awareness that the thief, I see you, I see who you are, I see what you're doing, means the thief has lost all of his ability to be a thief. Now he has to become a fighter or a coward and run. And most of them are cowards and run. So a big part of problem solving is to become aware of the problem. Become aware of the leaks in the bucket. Become aware of the major holes in your trading plan. All right. And once you become aware, you got 80% of that item solved, because the very awareness dissipates the power of that item. And then a few small things can kill it forever.